Hey guys, the show's about to start. Sit back, relax, take a hit, and enjoy.
Shut the fuck up, my bitch so stuck. I ain't honest, but I get the bucks, yeah.
All I want right in the chest, big dog. Full of white walls, no flex involved.
Tell me that you lost without telling me you lost. I get better, so my shit is nothing quick about
TokeTok Radio with Mountain Man and the Wizard.
Hey guys, and welcome to our second live show on Sirius XM Radio station 759. I was actually talking to my guests on the show about like what our channel was, because I know I'm new here, so still getting out that channel to all my people. But to all my faithful listeners, I know you guys are all listening. Welcome back. I'm the Wiz, and we got my homeboy from the 757, Chico. Why don't you tell them what's up, man?
How you doing, guys? Man, I hope everybody's having an amazing night out here blazing some of that good. You already know the vibes.
Speaking of that, the smoke of the show is, what is it? Raspberry
Beret.
Raspberry Beret? Mm-hmm. Raspberry Beret. Homegrown. And you know the Wiz. I fucking love the homegrown shit. And, it's actually, you guys know I don't like to talk about the departure of Mountain Man, but it was a hidden gem from Mountain Man. He never told me about this guy. And then when everything happened with Sirius XM, I started reaching out to a lot of people trying to get them on the show and trying to get their businesses or brands up and going in the 757, because you know how I am. I just love helping people. And I came across a lot of the stuff when him and Mountain Man were talking, and I finally got him in the studio with his product, and I got to say, ready for all my stoners out there, I'll take the hit. If you guys don't like it, I'll pay for it. Like on some real shit, and you guys know that I always do shit like that. But if you guys try this man out, if you try his product and you don't like it, which I know you will, I will pay for whatever you buy. Personally, I will, because I'm hitting this.
I'll give you guys samples or whatever. I'll give you a gram sample, whatever brand you like. Just let me know.
And it's just absolutely amazing. Of course, I always take my pregame bowl so I can get the stats down on my taste buds and all that noise. And I got to say, as soon as I hit that bowl, I was like, wow. Like, it's really, really, really good. Like, I've talked about the fruitier buds out there, like the, I don't know, like apple fritter, the orange this, whatever. But raspberry, like, take a raspberry, pop it out of the package, pop it in your mouth, take that one bite, and you know that juice that comes out, you get the full flavor. I'm telling you, that's what it is. And you guys know I don't lie about bud. I don't lie about taste. I will tell you if it was shitty, and I'll tell you if it was amazing. And I got to say that it's amazing. Right now, everybody knows I do 0 through 10 on my first reaction. I'm going to, honestly, nobody gets a 10, so don't be mad, Chico. But I'm going to say 9.5. Easily 9.5. I know there's only been 2 other 9.5s on this show, and they were actually homegrown as well. So, sorry about that. But it's just really good. Like, I really enjoy it. Like that first inhale, you obviously all cherry and real sweet exhale when you roll it around on your tongue the first time. It's really good. Of course, it's hydro grown, so we don't get that like Virginia soil taste. So I mean, I'm a big fan of that. The Virginia soil, I think our soil is just set apart from other states. It's like real distinct, but damn, holy shit. You know it's good if he makes the Wiz cough. I'm just saying. But Chico's on the show tonight. He wanted to get on, and obviously he's been asking for a while, and finally got him on. And so to all the listeners out there, just tell me about yourself. Like, how'd you like get into weed? Like, how'd you get into it? How'd you get into being a smoker, man?
Man, it all started with me being in the military and me wanting to, me seeing this. Never was a big smoker growing up. Never really was that kid who needed to always have a blunt, but so got in the military, came to Virginia, saw the laws were changing, started seeing people having little pop-up shops here and there. When I got out of the military, it was from there just me trying to in a way just take it and run with it, because it was so much horrible, so much dirt bud out here in Virginia that I just did not want to keep continuing with any of that. So it was just met a buddy through DoorDash. I told him, hey man, do you smoke? He told me straight up he does. I told him, hey, because me being the person that I am at Demonnexodics, I'm gonna give anybody a sample. If I see you and I feel like you're a genuine person, I'm gonna give you a sample.
Real quick, let them know how Demonnexodics, let them know how you can get to you guys.
So, you guys can pull out your phones, your handy dandy phone, click on that Instagram app, hit that search button. You're going to type in DEMONNEXOTICS. Demonnexodics with 2 N's.
2 N's. All right. We will definitely mention that before we get off as well, just to let everybody know in case you guys forget about that. But anyway, like you said, you just obviously ex-Navy, right? Navy. Sorry
yes,
to assume.
Yes, sir.
Ex-Navy. Did it like when you traveling and stuff like? I'm gonna get this out of the fucking way. Have you smoked weed in other countries?
Yes.
Okay. How do they compare? Other than like if you've been to Amsterdam,
It's dirt.
It's dirt. Okay.
Like in Greece they hash. It's like hash.
Hash, like hashish and all that shit. Okay.
So,
well, I've been to India and
okay.
their marijuana is called hashish. Some of the it's bad. Like
yes.
that's why I was waiting, because I was hoping that you would say that, because if you were saying it was good, I'm gonna be like, right?
It is
like
dirt.
It's
dirt.
But sorry, but I just wanted to throw that out there. But like from what you've done, and if you can go back and obviously in Greece, the weed you smoked, like what makes it dirt? Is it just grown in like improper, like they don't put as much love as like I guess America? Or
I just want to the entire it's outside all day. So it's like it just sits and it's just for anybody can go up to it and literally grab it.
Okay, so it's almost like we use a term around here, like a plug and play, like almost like a like an auto. Like it's just a plug and play plant over there. See, you need the love, man. Like
there's no orange hairs, no terps, no frosty goodness, none of that, man. It's just
that's wild.
And me being, I've always had my eye on good-looking weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of
Since I was
course.
a kid, so it was just like go over different current. Oh, so I can say France.
Never been there.
France? Now, I know France. Not Zaza, but definitely some good.
Okay, so
some good.
more love, as we're gonna say, like a little bit more love in there.
I'd say it still didn't have the appearance at all.
Okay,
but the high was there.
The high was there. Okay, okay. See me, obviously my mecca is Amsterdam. I haven't been to Amsterdam, but thanks to you, Sirius XM, I will be going in the wintertime, which will be their summertime. So I'm going to take a trip out there and I'm going to smoke the creme de la fucking creme. I will take the penalty on that word right there. But I've done, obviously we all have done it as a kid, the Mexican brickweed. I mean, everybody's done that. I've actually, South American, Indian, or in India. I didn't understand that either, Siri.
Right?
Sorry, my phone be doing crazy shit. All them conspiracy guys out there be freaking out when my phone does it. Like, dog, Wiz, they're listening to you, man.
Oh,
But
man.
no, but I have also dabbled in the how do I say this without making it too bad for you guys? I had dabbled in, I guess, when I was younger, the black market of marijuana, and was ordering it from different countries. Like, hey, I'm gonna put in the order. If it comes to me, if it doesn't, if the FBI shows up, oh damn. And I've done that, and I've definitely smoked a lot of weed from, I guess, imported from other countries. Didn't get the opportunity like you to travel around the world and stuff like that. But I got to do that, and I got to say that, like we were going to say on the show, like, it seems like America just shows that love. Like it truly, like other than Germany, because I know I do 420 News. And I always do a bunch of shows, a bunch of stories about Germany, because over there, it's like marijuana is finally becoming, it's going to almost become like their alcohol. Like it's gaining a lot of popularity, and not just in medical, but for recreational use, because Germany, I've known plenty of people that's been to Germany, and it's a party central. Like, it's parties, a lot of parties going on. And what the German government is trying to do is take the MDMA, the speed, the acid, the shrooms. They're trying to take that out of the party, and put marijuana in, because, and there are a lot of studies that a lot of our studies in America that we based our laws off of are from German scientists. Like, they do the studies. We sit there and say, oh, okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to give it to the public. We're going to make a California. We're going to make it a Colorado. And then these states can use these studies to legalize it, like Virginia did. I know, because everybody knows I was part of, wasn't a main part, like everybody knows, but I was a part of the family that actually protested a lot for the recreational use. Of course, my boys over there at Flavortown, they were the head of the snake, as you would say. And I followed that because that was something I really liked. And I got to say that a lot of the tests that we would put in our propositions, or our, I guess, feedback when people ask certain questions, were German scientist like studies, like medical studies and stuff like that. So over there in Germany, I know it's real big. I would love to go to Germany one day and try some of that, because they are actually people. It's actually, if you listen to my last week's 420 News, I actually did a story on, there is a group of German scientists that are basically taking seeds, and they're trying to mess with the genetics to make a cure-all marijuana plant. Like, instead of having a plant,
wild.
Like a lot of people know that White Widow is good for depression. Mac 1 is good.
We have.
Yeah, Mac 1's good for arthritis. So they're trying to take all those goods and make it one plant, so you don't have to grow 6 or 7 plants at one time. And they're actually on the forefront of that. And you spoke of France. France is on that team, of course. Amsterdam, Holland, people like that. And unfortunately, Switzerland needs if you go to Switzerland, dude, you can get like 10 years for like a seed. Like, Switzerland is like that, like
that extra country.
I hate saying it because I hate politics, but they're a very conservative country.
Okay.
They're by the roots. Like, this is what you do. You can drink. That's cool because everybody drank, but you can't smoke the weed.
Can't smoke. Okay.
Yeah, they're almost like South Carolina. Sorry, South Carolina. Anybody who lives there, I apologize. I know the struggle.
North Carolina on top, baby. Yeah.
Oh,
yes, sir. You got an NC one in here. NC, baby.
So, real quick, let everybody know, what is a typical day in your shoes when it comes to basically the processes of marijuana? Like, what do you do? Like, what's your main focus?
My main focus, as far as getting the day off started right, with that morning wake and bake. First things first, you have to get your wake and bake started. Without that wake and bake, man, I just don't feel like I'm myself. Without the wake and bake, I just I'm gonna struggle throughout the rest of the day without the wake and bake. It's just without the wake and bake, I need that. But once the wake and bake is done, I'll wait for the wife to get home and head over there to my little grow house. And so in the moment, get into it, go check out your babies, and it's every day. I look at those plants a million times. Every day I could just stand there and smile, because it's, even if it's just just a tiny new hair popping, or just a leaf getting too big needs to fall over, or just me having to go in there and give it some TLC. But every day, some plant needs TLC. Some type of plant needs some TLC.
So real quick, I got to ask a question. I asked all my growers, because everybody knows I did it with my growing page. Do you sing to your plants?
Yes.
Perfect.
Heck yeah. What?
Everybody. I had not.
It's weird if you don't.
I had one person say they didn't sing to their plants, but he would play music because he said he had like 10 or 15 people around him, and he was like self-conscious about his singing, but he would play songs that he liked. And I guess if you go back to the interview, he mooded them. Like he did mooded. I don't know if that's a term. I'm not a grower, but he just, I used to mood them, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then he'll explain that, oh, I didn't want to sing in front of 15 other people, so I just play music. Like I'll bring like a little speaker box in the plant that I'm tending to. He said he would just turn on music and point it at the plant. And I've had one guy on the show say that he played songs, and it was huge. Shout out to Don't Matter What You Did in Life, but shout out to Will Smith. He used to play a lot of Will Smith because there was no cussing.
No cuss words at all.
And like that's
right?
and he believed as a grower that cuss words were always negative. So if you played the cuss words, that it would be a negative experience.
Okay.
So, and I've had people say they played opera and got dude, I had one guy, I forget their name. They actually changed their name, but I'll go back to the original. Stella Farms, but they changed their name, so don't quote me on it. But Stella Farms did a thing, and they actually at the CannaCon that we were at, they were actually there, and they showed two different plants grown in the same soil, same TLC, same trim, same newts, they were like everything down to the T. But when they TLC'd one, they played like rock music. And the TLC 2 played opera. And they said that their study, the opera produced more weed, produced more buds. And in the explanation and all that, they had a whole tape. It was like an 8th grade science project. The whole boards, they had everything up, all like their process, everything. And they believe that the frequencies of opera affected the plant different from hard rock, because hard rock's a lot of bass.
Okay.
In opera, it's a lot of melody. Like there's no like of course you'll get your bass and your tanner, but it was melodies. It was nothing but music. The music was their voice, and their voice was their voice. Like you know how opera is. Like they can make anything happen. And he just, it was wild. And I actually got them. We actually did, I don't like to shout them out, but we actually did the VA Canna, like you see the little sticker over there. The VA, we did their first CannaCon. We did their show live on our podcast, and that's where we met Stella. And they were amazing people. And we actually went out to, if you go on the Instagram, we actually have a bunch of pictures of their farm that we went out to. It's out, everybody knows, out in Chesapeake, and you can actually go there and pay for tours and classes and stuff like that. And it's a generational farm. They've owned it for like a fucking 300 years or like 100 years after America became America. Like they were like first generation at the time, and it was
that's tough.
Yeah, right. But sorry, enough about them. So your TLC, what does it consist of? Like you obviously trim and stuff like that. Like
you gotta check the pH balance in the room, the water. Make sure that the main thing is to make sure that the daggone cat didn't go in there and unplug anything. Make sure that all the timers are still on the appropriate timer, because you never know when I'm when I wasn't there, that the lights could have went out, the timers could have messed up, power could have went out. Certain factors could have happened that we probably couldn't have saw at the time. So you always go in there and you double check just because you don't want to. Because we've had, so also speaking to all my other growers out there, I know you've had a few Hermes scares. We've took a huge L with one of our favorite strands trying to pollinate one nug and then taking over the entire plant.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. Holy shit.
That, oh man, that plant.
I know, it's, I bet.
Oh man. But
devastating.
It's just going in there just to make sure. That's probably the main thing, is to just making sure that there's no Hermes in the room.
Yeah,
probably our
yeah.
main thing. The main thing I go in there and make sure there's no Hermes.
I feel that. I feel
Or
that.
your root rot too.
Yeah, yeah, guys. Guess what? I fucking lost one plant to root rot. I early signs got it out there. Hopefully it didn't affect the other plants. But I mean, I'm not in a hydro. I'm in soil. So and they're in buckets. So I was able. I spread them out just in case. You never know. Because our first grow, my very first grow, and Mountain Man's first grow, all of our plants caught root rot, and it was like we fucked up on the check the roots often. We messed that process up because we were more worried about making the buds look good and stuff like that. So we weren't like literally putting gloves on and spreading the roots, checking it. But like on the outside, they look good. But when you spread the roots after we took the plants out, you spread the roots, it was gone. Like it was just horrible. And so check for root rot and Hermes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hermes.
Yeah. Like his story, you can get devastated. Like,
oh my goodness.
It's wild. I've read a couple articles in High Times where a Hermes literally destroyed 1,000 plant grow op.
Yep. The entire room.
Just
the entire room.
The entire room, and then it was just one fucking plant, like one plant. It's a nightmare. Like, you don't even know. When I woke up and my plants were just automatically dead, like, because the day before they were perfect, and then the day after, boom, they were dead. And we were budding, like they were budding and everything, and it was devastating. Like, we opened up the tent, and I'm like, oh, wow, there's all that money down the drain.
How that broke my heart.
Oh, bro, it broke Mountain Man's heart. I could see it. It was because he tended to him more because I was more involved with the podcast, and he was our grower at the time. And welcome back. I don't know what the commercial is because I can't hear it, so I apologize to everybody. But anyway, we were actually just talking about root rot. So do you want to elaborate a little bit more on that? Real quick, what are like the best ways to prevent? And by your knowledge, well, what's the best way to prevent it?
My knowledge, every day, check your water, check your pH balance. Just go in there and just look at your roots. Like, actually go in there and look at your plant. Make sure that look at that plant like if it's a newborn baby. Give it some true TLC. You understand? You want to make sure that the plant has at least the top 5 necessities: good water, good sun, good nutrients, a good flush, and a damn good grower. You understand? Come on now.
I feel that. I totally feel that. That was sad for me. The root rot was horrible. It was horrible. Yeah. Oh, okay. Real quick. I actually just checked the little chat room that all my listeners are usually in, and the guy wanted to know what strands are you growing right now. He's pulling out the list, guys.
Give me.
You know it's long.
Give me a quick little. Got you ready. Here we go. So, raspberry beret, super silver haze, LSD, pineapple punch, blueberry, Skywalker OG, mango, And we also been making every single strand has its own concentrate and keef. So for all my keef lovers, every single strand has its own concentrate and its own keef.
That's wild, guys. You hear that? Own concentrate, own keef. Damn, that's cool. Not a lot of people around the 757 offer that, guys.
It's just to make sure, because we have it, so it's why not? Why not just be extra and take an extra step and just separate it all? You understand? It's
I feel that.
Especially, can't wait to let you try the LSB. I just hung it up. I can't wait for you to try the LSB.
LSB?
Excuse me, LSD. I'm sorry, LSD. That, I lie to you not. When you smell it, you're going to smell Fruity Pebbles. The cereal.
Okay.
I promise you. You're going to smell the cereal.
I think the closest I got, I had some strawberry cough. That's like, everybody was like strawberries, but I smelled Fruity Pebbles, in my opinion.
So let me ask you a question about that. You brought up strawberry cough.
Yeah.
It's one of the first, like, weeds that I've probably went and got, I'd say. And I couldn't, it hurt. It literally made me cough.
Well, it's because of the terpene. It's oh my god, it's okay. If you guys go to Leafly, you guys look it up. I can't pronounce them, but it's the red terpene. Okay. It's the peppery one.
Okay.
When that terpene is literally, I believe, I guess you would so say the dominant terpene, like because usually you'll have like 3 dominant terpenes. But this one only has 1 dominant terpene. And the cough part, it's like, you ever had chocolate Thai?
I have not.
Okay, chocolate Thai is a cougher too.
Okay. Chocolate Thai, put it in my notes.
Chocolate Thai. There is another one. I just recently had it. I wish you guys were there. Fuck, I forget the name. It's... I forget it. But there's another one that's a real big cougher, and it's in the cookie family. But it's actually mixed with chocolate Thai itself. And it's a wild. I'm not a big strand guy when it comes to the coughing. I hate coughing. And if I didn't get headaches when I coughed, I wouldn't mind it. But I get headaches and I don't like to cough. But so I stay away from those strands. But strawberry cough is really good. Like, I enjoy the hell out of the strand, but just, it's wild. It just makes me cough way too fucking much.
And there's also keef from the past prior strains that we've had as well, because we've still kept all the keef from all those strains too. So I heard you mention earlier White Widow. We've grown that strand. The only reason why we stopped growing is because it just requires a lot of attention. And when I mean attention, that's one plant that it doesn't do that well under high stress lighting at all. It's very, very hard to get that plant to cooperate with the lighting. But your LSD, no matter how much light you threw at that plant, that plant was always gonna outdo every other plant. And the reason why we still have blueberries, the OG strand.
OG.
You know that big like pound plant I showed you?
Yeah.
That was blueberry.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the reason why we've kept that plant around.
So wish I could have got my blueberry that around. Bro, if I had my blueberry looking like that, oh my god. Bro.
I can give you clones.
But are they going to be soil? Because I know you can go soil to hydro, but you can't go hydro to soil.
So legit, I'll give you the clone as soon as it starts rooting. The moment it's because we take it out of the dirt, moment it starts to root a little bit.
Oh, okay, so and then you transfer it over. Okay, okay, yeah. Because that's the only thing is I don't have a hydro setup anymore. Plus, knowing the whiz, I like that 757. Oh, that's the taste, the Virginia taste. I love it. So my like, I guess the bucket's like that tall, but I mean my plants are like that big.
Okay.
That big, but it's a but the strands that I have, they're like, they're going to be like tall and skinny. They're not bushy. They're going to be taller plants. I don't know. I ordered all fancy seeds and I read the bio and I did all that shit. It's supposed to be like tall and skinny. I told you earlier, but I'm high. But I told you earlier. I forget. I know. And there's like a quarter of the joint left. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, this is some good shit, dog. It's good stuff. Good stuff. But White Widow, I like it. You said you guys don't grow it because it's tedious. Like, you always got to be on its ass.
It requires the most.
So, why? Like, I don't know a lot about plants. I know enough, like, on the terpene level. Like, I know stuff, genetics and stuff, but why? Like, there you go. Like, why does it take so much? Like, from your experience, what have you deduced?
I'd probably have to say, like, from my understanding, I'm so goddamn high. I can't even. From my understanding, like that. So, that plant and mystery were two plants that kind of require a lot of attention. That's why they're no longer gonna get grown anymore. And I can honestly just say, like, just the genetics of that plant were just weak. Like they were just like, once you grow a plant so often, the genetics start to get weaker and weaker. And it was just too much to have to legit put guards on the sides of the plants so they're not falling over, because the nugs are so daggone heavy. So it's like, it's another thing with Widow. The nugs are so dense, the plant would also start to tip over some. Then you gotta put it against a wall. Gotta hope that the nugs don't mess up. You gotta put it back. It's so much trying to move it around, but luckily with our system and our buckets, we can literally just slide a bucket anywhere throughout the entire room.
Yeah.
And it'll be okay, but
So the reason why all these listeners will know, but you're gonna be the first probably to hear this story. The reason why I stuck with the White Widow, because you want to hear something very, very, very cool and interesting. One of the inventors of White Widow, used to live 2 houses down from me. His house is currently for sale. When you ride out, it's the 2 houses going this way, and it has a for sale sign. That's his house.
That's crazy.
And when I first met him, when I moved in, I walked up, I was smoking a joint because I was walking around the neighborhood, and he was like, "Hey man, come over here." I was like, "What you smoking?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just smoking some shit my buddy gave me, da 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 da." And he was like, "So you like to smoke weed?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Follow me." Took me into his house. And you know what was on the mantle in his living room? The 1969 Canna Cup of the Year, bro, award. That's from crazy. High Times magazine for the invention of White Widow. And on his wall, he has all 4 patents for White Widow 1, 2, and 3. And White Widow 1, 2, 3, and I think it was like some odd ass number. But he got patents on his wall of all them shits. And his grow name, his like alias or whatever, his name's George, but his real name is like Yelvin something or other. He's Swedish. Right. So, but no, I just wanted to share that story because I thought it was wild.
Insane.
I thought it was wild as fuck, dude. He actually gave us, he gifted us a pound of this shit called Sour Jack that he invented, and it was fucking good, bro. Like, it was like, you ever had Project X?
No, but I haven't heard of that.
By I think it was Jungle Boys, I believe.
I've heard of it.
Like, if you smoke that, you smoke like a pin joint and you're just like drooling out of your mouth. It's like I think, yeah, it's Jungle Boys, because on the back it has the THC percentage. It had like almost a 50% THC rating, dude.
Golly.
Wow. But the only bad thing that I had to say about it is it only came in smalls, like small, like popcorn nugs or whatever. There weren't no beautiful whole nugs, but it was like, it smacked like hard fucking core. But yeah, Sour Jack was really good. And he crossed Sour Apple, Jack Her, and Bruce Banner. Those were the three that he put them together, and all of a sudden he was like, ooh, like a new strand. It's not often you get a new strand nowadays. And it's wild that that's awesome that you told me that you grow a pure sativa, like, which is wild because like 99% of all plants grown nowadays are hybrid. So, exactly. Or some form of hybrid, maybe like 98.2, something like that. But, what else? Oh yeah. Your system, was the irrigation system like that the pictures that you showed me, the little like pond that you made basically, was that very beneficial, or was it just like, oh, I could just do the route of individual buckets or whatever, or does it work with your system? Did it require that to work with like?
So originally it was us changing the water route constantly. It was the water would sit. It was technically still that, but it was just one huge, like what you saw, what the flower room was.
Yes.
It was originally that.
Oh, okay.
So it was originally like that in a sense, but it wasn't. They weren't all connected. Cause those are all under one manifold. It was all connected, so they all run through one piping system. Beforehand, they were all separate, and that was just way too much for us to try to get to. And then we were losing stuff when it was time for us to move stuff around. If we ever needed to move anything around, 9 times out of 10, it might mess up. So it was just a whole lot more simpler for us to just change the buckets around how we did it. It's literally a Lowe's bucket with 2 holes drilled inside of it and PVC piping. So it's just all about what you're saying, but it does benefit a whole lot more than what it did the first time, because it'll legit, the water runs back into the trough.
Okay.
So everything's getting reused.
Oh, okay.
And then with the AC units that are in the background, that produces its own water, and so that's like, I guess in a sense, like free water, and actually it's made the light bill go down too about collecting that drippage of a AC unit water or whatever. So it's honestly, it's pretty amazing. And then,
I know the pictures are pretty elaborate, dude. I like it.
We have a valve that literally goes straight outside now, so we can literally just turn a valve, and then the water will shoot outside and then go outside to the outside pond. So it's like, so we can just bring in the new water now.
Oh, okay.
It's
nifty.
It's literally it's simplified now.
Oh, okay.
But we're gonna have to move all that stuff upstairs because we're moving everything upstairs now. That's gonna be one crazy afternoon.
I bet. That's wild. Like, yeah, all the pictures you show me, that's gonna be a lot of shit, dude. It's a hell of a moving day. A lot of beer and fucking weed.
You hear me? A lot of beer, weed, and some of that concentrate. You hear me?
Right. I feel that. Speaking of that, I think I forgot to tell you, I put that motherfucking wax in our shit, dude. That's what probably got me bro. I'm
gone, bro.
Like, I know you guys like listen to me, but I'm happy there's only like 7 minutes left on. Like, I'm just like, Jesus, man. Like, it's just nuts. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I just wanted to bring a new face on. Can you tell them again where to hit you guys up at?
Yes, sir. You guys can hit me up at Demonnexodics, DEMONNEXOTICS on Instagram. Once again, it's Demonnexodics with 2 N's. It's a red demon smoking a blunt that has Demonnexodics over his head. It's our logo. So the moment you guys go in there, shoot me a DM. Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know where you're listening from. Whenever, man, you ever need to talk, you ever need any advice about you ever want to learn how to roll a blunt, it's DM me. Make sure you hit up my man, The Wiz, for all the deets and all the special side that he be smoking on, you heard?
Yeah. A1. Definitely, I'm going to I've seen that logo around. Okay.
And that's me then, bro. Yeah, you've seen that. That's me.
Yeah, I've seen it around. I've showed others people showed Instagram, and I've seen this before. I've definitely seen this before. Because it's like, I like that. I like that.
Took him 6 days to make that because I was picky. I was like, I know, I've already seen that before. No, I've already seen that. Somebody had that before. Like, no, you should steal somebody's idea. And 6 days later.
I like that.
6 days later and 7 blunts. Because every day I went to his house, we smoked a blunt. Every day.
I feel that.
Because, like, and it's like, I can put it over any surface because it's like white and black on mine. So, like, wherever I put it at, there's no background.
Oh, yeah. That's the good logo to get.
Perfect.
But all my stoner listeners, this is TokeTok approve. TokeTok Radio approves his page. Make sure you guys go check him out. And like always, tell those guys, hit them up. And if you happen to do some business, let them know that you listen to TokeTok, and just like to let them know how many people are being basically flowed through your page. Because I always advocate, just let them know that, hey, I heard you guys on TokeTok Radio. That it's just amazing. It's just great. I know this community is nice. I have
code name TokeTok 10% off.
I feel that.
You heard it here first. Code name TokeTok 10% off your first.
You heard it right here on TokeTok Radio. If you guys contact them and let them know that he was on. Oh yeah, well, just I guess let them know, right?
Yep.
Because I know it's like that. You guys don't have an app yet, do you? You guys need to get an app, dog.
Copy.
Ever since I got my app, my viewers, my listeners have like doubled, because now they got something. They don't have to like make a profile. They could just download it and just be like, listen to all of us. So I guess TokeTok Radio. You can't just say TokeTok. It has to be TokeTok Radio, because we are a radio station, guys.
Copy.
And I know a lot of people are probably listening to us on here, but all the people that will listen to this like on my Anchor, my Buzzsprout, my Spotify, how about you guys transition to the Sirius XM Radio? They are free to listen. Like, you don't even have to buy a subscription. Just go on your web browser, type in Sirius XM Radio, and you can just listen. That's all you got to do is listen. It's amazing, because I did it. I finally did it. But Chico, it was a pleasure. I know we got like super high, bro. Like, that was wild.
I'm fried.
That was wild. But I know we got off. I asked the questions that I wanted to ask, so I'm good. I'm good. So we are good to go. Real quick before we go, I got a creepypasta coming out in about 3 days. I'm actually about to record it tomorrow and then edit it through the weekend, and we'll be good. Have that out. And that's really about it. Well, I'm trying to get Token back on the show for a 420 news. Get him back on. I know he's MIA. Sorry, Token, if you're listening. But you are MIA if you're listening. Get the fuck in the studio, dog. I need you. And then Saturday, I will be going to Busch Gardens with the kids, so I will not have a show on Saturday. Sorry about that. But I will do a show on Sunday, and I'll do a live show on Sunday and on XM Radio. And if you check out TokeTok Radio on channel 759, we do a live show 4 days. I think I got to get with my producer 4 days a week. So all you podcast people who listen to me on Spotify and Anchor and all them noises, I'm not going to be doing too many more podcasts. I'm going to be doing podcasts, definitely 100% around the table. I don't have that show on Sirius, so I got to do that show on my podcast because it's my favorite show. So I'm going to keep that going. It's day one show, so got to keep it going. So I will be doing that more on the podcast, but everything else, our live shows, 420 News, After Dark, all that's on the radio now. So please, guys, transition over there and then share. You guys have been doing good for me lately. Share, please. Get the XM radio out there. Make them not regret bringing TokeTok Radio aboard. But like I said again, thank you for getting on the show.
Thank you for having me, brother. Honestly,
it was awesome. I'm actually getting tired of just having solo shows and my producer not listening to me. He's just sitting there on his phone. Oh yeah, you're good. Like, it's been a pleasure. I know. I recently checked. We actually almost broke the record for our record viewers on a live show was on 420 this past year, and we had upwards to like 200,000 people listen to us at one time.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, we were about 50,000 off. We actually broke. This show is around the table. Like, so you were on the round the table. So we actually broke the live for a personal live for
That's
around
tough.
the table itself, which is my favorite show. Like I said, we talk about anything, but I had you just talk about growing and then your brand and all that. And is it just I know, I mean, you don't have to answer. I don't know if it's like the mafia or anything, but is it just you, or is it just a collab, or
it's me and a buddy. I call him Iceman because he's cold with it. He's cold with any science. If you once again, like, if you guys need help with any with anything growing, if you're trying to get into hydroponics, like, let me know. Like, this guy's a legit genius. Call him Ice. He's a legit genius. He's like 62 years old. Genius.
Nice. So he's been doing it a while.
For a while.
That's what's up. You got that experience back in you, man. I dig it. Well, next time you see him, let him know Wiz said, good fucking job.
Yes,
like,
sir.
good. It's good stuff, guys. Like, on some real shit. If you guys go over to his page on the Instagram, check him out.
Demonnexodics with 2 N's.
Two N's.
DEMONNEXOTICS.
Yes, go check him out. Give him a Instagram a follow, right? Yeah, on Instagram you follow and share that shit. For all you, I don't know if you guys are listening, but my Podbean people, real quick, sorry Chico, but my Podbean is actually going to be taken down. I got in disputes with them because they don't want me to talk about marijuana, and you guys know that it's a marijuana conspiracy show, so got to cut ties with Podbean once again. I really liked it because I love their live shows. Like, I love their platform, and I get a lot of listeners on there. But Podbean people, I apologize, and you guys do good in the future. I love you guys, all you Podbean people. But again, anything else you want to say? Any shout outs or anything like that? I know I always give my guys shout outs to anybody you want.
Shout out to my brother Brandon in the Mix Lounge. Like, cause I know you have a homie who's a producer and stuff. Okay. My brother's actually a nationally published photographer.
Okay. Oh, yeah, nice.
His name's Brandon Smith. Shout out to him. He's been like keeping me level headed through all this BS. So it's just like one day at a time, man. Trying to stay blessed.
Like you heard it from Chico. Stay blessed. And always remember, keep your tinfoil hats and your bowls close. You never know what may happen.
Always.